Hi there, I thought I would make a video on how to make this card, even though it's simple to make, but there's a technique in it that I want to show you, and it's so much easier to show you than to type it up in a blog post. But I'll also have that in my blog post as well. So this cute card is made with the Playful Penguins Designer Series paper that you can get with free with a $50 purchase during the fall celebration, and that ends on September 30th. So here's the patterns in that paper. Isn't it adorable? I just love these colors, how they go together. We're going to use this dotted paper and also this paper that has the little critters that I have fussy cut out for the card. So I just wanted to show you that, and remember that's free with a $50 order during celebration, which ends on September 30th. So let me show you some other things I used to make the card. First of all, I used the Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set and the Jingle All the Way sentiment, which is adorable, and I stamped it in Misty Moodlight ink. Now I cut out the label and also the label behind it, which is part of this series of Designer Series paper, with the seasonal labels dies, and that's part of the Painted Christmas suite that's in the July through December mini catalog, and so is the stamp set. And I'll be showing you some other things from the Painted Christmas suite in my future blog post. But today I'm just using the seasonal labels dies for these dies here on my card. So let's get started. I started with a 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, I almost said whisper white, basic white sheet, and I drew myself just a little pattern of a slope of snow. And I put my pattern on here, and I traced it with a piece of with a pencil, and then I also traced it here, so I could get 2 out of 1 piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white paper. So now I'm just going to cut it out, and you don't really have to follow the lines exactly, but it's just there for a guide. And I promise you this will be all the cutting that you see on this video, because that's kind of boring, right? So I have cut out my pattern here, and that's going to be the slope of the snow. And I'm just going to use an eraser here to get some of that pencil off. All right, so next I'm taking the Balmy Blue ink pad, and I'm going to use a blending brush. These brushes are so soft, they feel like a sponge, but they're really a million little bristles there, and they really blend nicely. And the technique you want to use is you just really want to softly tap into your ink pad, and then you're going to kind of scrub it on, but start off your paper so you don't get blobs on your cardstock. And you'll see there's just a little subtle blue on there, but you can always add more as you ink up your paper here. And I'm going to do one more and try to get kind of the edges up here. And see how quick and easy that is? And again, you don't want to pound in here, you just kind of want to tap into your ink pad and then start off on your paper and bring it into your cardstock so that you get the designs that you like. And remember, you can always add more. And you can wash these. You just wash them in clear running water. I tend not to wash mine. I kind of clean them off on the paper, and then maybe I would use a different blue. So I just have a few blending brushes that are in the blue family. So there we have that. Now let's build the card. So this one is also a 4 by 5 1/4. Where's my tape? There it is. 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the Playful Penguins Designer Series paper, and I am going to adhere my snow onto that as soon as I get the lid off of here. Oh. I'm using this Stamp and Seal, which does take a little bit of time to get used to, but after you get used to it, it's really, really sticky, and it's really the bomb. I really like it. The trick with that is don't press so hard. You feel like you need to press hard, but you really, really don't. Now, next thing I'm going to do is add my ribbon, and this is the glittered organdy ribbon, the white. That's just such a beautiful ribbon. You don't see a lot of it on my card here, but it's just enough to add a little sparkle, which I really like. So I, of course, do the cheating way. I don't wrap all the way behind because we're not going to see what's behind the card. I'm just wrapping a little bit of the tail behind the card like this because you won't see it. And then I'm going to put it on a fresh freesia card base, just like that. Now I see that's not quite straight, but I can just wiggle this up here a little bit before I press it down, and there we go. And then next, my label is around here somewhere that I already built. There it is. So I have my two label pieces. I'm going to use, again, some Stamp and Seal on this and put it on my label piece. And I'm going to set that aside for a second because I want to put my critters on. Started with the bear because he's the biggest one, and I put some dimensionals on him. I used the large and the mini ones just because I was afraid the large ones were going to stick off of his front paws here. And we'll stick him on there. Did that one come off? No, it did not. I'll just stick him here in the middle. It looks like he's jumping for joy, doesn't he? And then the fox, part of the fox is going to go onto the bear, so I'm going to put stamping seal on that part of the fox, and then dimensionals on the other part. And I'm going to do the same thing with the penguin. Let's see, little foxy, where are we going to put you? How about right here? I don't want you falling off the card. And then the penguin, I've already put some dimensionals on, and I'm going to put some stamping seal on the other side that's going to adhere to the bear. And the bear, since he already has the dimensionals on there, so he's going to be the dimensionals for the penguin. So there's our cute little penguin. And then I got this tiny little tree, which is not the easiest to cut out, but it's not too bad. And I'm just going to stick it here on the mountain. And there we go. So now I've got my label all made, and I have everything placed on here where I want it. And that way I know where I can place my label, because you know every card is different. Even if you make a stack of the same card, they'll all have a little bit of their own personality, which is the fun of making handmade cards. I'm going to put it off to the left a little bit and under the tree, because I want a little bit of that shiny ribbon to show over here on the right. Now I've got another length of the ribbon, and I just slip it under the one that I've adhered to the card. And I tie it in the easiest little knot because it's easy and it's quick. And it also will fold flat for mailing. And a bow sometimes makes it too thick. Let's trim off the edges here. Okay, that's cute. And then for a final finishing touch, because we always have to have bling on our cards, I have some opal rounds, which are always fun. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool and pick them off the plastic with the putty end. Maybe. There we go. And just stick them in various strategic locations on your card. Hello. Now it's not coming off of there. Hello. Let's use this end. Sometimes it's easier. All right. And then get a couple more. All right. I'm going to use the scoop end. You know, if I was doing this on my own, the putty would work, but if I'm on camera, of course it doesn't. So, let's put that one there. And there you have it. That's the quick and easy way to make that card with your little blending brush snow in the background and your Playful Penguins Designer Series paper. And it's just quick and easy and ever so cute. Thanks.